Hello and welcome to a week in my life where I am attempting to write/create a whole visual novel in 1 month for NaNoRenO 2024. My name is Nicole and I'm a writer, but this is my first time writing an original visual novel, so let's see what I get up to this week. This morning started with me coming back from my exercise class and preparing some lunch for myself, and then to make some breakfast. I apologize for my gross egg cooker. I need to clean it. And as my eggs cooked, I went and got ready for the day. And they're done. And just like how sometimes it is really hard to get words out of your brain and onto the page, these eggs also did not want to come out of their holder. Top them with a little bit of soy sauce. Then it was time to prep our dinner for the evening. I am making a kimchi beef stew that I'm just letting cook in the slow cooker while I'm at work. I find that when I spend a little bit of extra time to prepare and take care of myself, like making meals for myself to eat ahead of time so I don't have to worry about cooking them later, it gives me more space in my brain to think about creative projects and just more time in general to work on them. So that's why I wanted to show you a little bit of my process this morning, but I'm going to hand it over to current Nicole, where she's going to enjoy her breakfast and get to writing. Good morning. I have just been sitting here writing more of the script. Last time I talked to you about an issue I was having where it didn't seem like the conversation was progressing the way I wanted it to. And another thing which I couldn't really figure out is, how does the protagonist of the story know to push the conversation forward, that there is something there that they should look into and continue to talk to this person about, to try to figure out, because there is a bit of a mystery to be revealed. And well, I was at my exercise class this morning, an idea came to me, so I've started to incorporate that into my script, and I hope it works out. It's going to hopefully give a visual cue that you're heading in the right direction, getting closer to revealing the truth of the matter, the truth of the story. I'm still not sure totally with the whole direction that it's going in, but I'm going to keep writing and plugging away at things. I probably got in about 400 words this morning, just kind of typing it all out. But for now, I have to go pack my lunch, and then it is off to work for a full work day, and I'll see what I get up to this evening. Good morning, and apologies if you can hear the dishwasher noise in the background. It's one of those mornings where I was just rushing to get things done and to also squeeze in a bit of writing. Did I have to rush this morning? No. Is it my own fault? Yes. I'm just feeling a little bit frustrated with myself. When I don't have any plans set for myself, I kind of just tend to lose all track of time. And this morning, I totally lost track of time scrolling on my phone before getting out of bed. And I just rushed to pack my lunch. And then I sat down to eat my breakfast, enjoy my tea, which is almost done, and get some writing in. I was feeling a good amount of self-doubt last night and this morning, kind of just asking myself, like, what qualifies me to even be making this visual novel or trying to make it in a month? And also, like, why would anyone want to read my story? And I've never written a mystery before. It's probably gonna suck. Just very self-defeating talk, which doesn't feel very good, but I decided to get myself out of bed, get my day started, just shower, just get ready for the day. And kind of like when I started making YouTube videos, I mean, I still have a lot of doubt around them and everything, but it's just one of those things where if I don't try, I'll never know. And even if I fail, even if this isn't successful, at least I tried. And if I didn't try, then I would never know. And that kind of just gave me the push to get going to write. I already closed my laptop, so I don't know how many words I wrote, but I was here for maybe about 40 minutes, just kind of cramming in as many words as I could. And I decided to take the route of just writing the true path, not getting so caught up in all the different choices I could make, and just kind of writing out the whole story and figuring out how it gets laid out. And I think I'm finding a good balance with the breakthrough that I had yesterday, kind of giving a visual clue that the reader of the story is on the right track with unraveling this mystery. And it's also been helpful because it's a reminder for me to go back and review my script later to make sure that I am giving appropriate hints. At least I hope they will be appropriate. So that's the update for me this morning. Just wanted to share a bit of honesty of what I'm going through because it is hard. It's a struggle. But I've got to get off to work today, get on with my day. I woke up this morning and there was a little sprinkle of snow, so that's fun. I hope the weather stables out, but I will check in with you later. Good morning. It is Wednesday here, the middle of the week. Yay! I just left myself about 20 minutes to get in some words today, and update for you. Yesterday I wrote 600 words approximately. That's how much I ended up calculating. So this morning just got in about 400 words, and I did a tiny bit of writing last night because there were just a few ideas I wanted to get out on the page before I forgot. But really, last night was just relaxing after work and doing some dishes. So the update for you this morning is that while I was at work yesterday, I had another idea of something I could incorporate into the story, which I think will help the protagonist feel more motivated to get to the bottom of this mystery that's involved with the person he is talking to. And I think so far it's going well. I think I am starting to catch on to how I can start unraveling this mystery, and I'm kind of getting an idea of how I can have like the person who would be reading this interact with the text a bit more. I know once I get into the coding aspect of it a little bit later, I don't think I'm going to be starting on it this week at least. I'm hoping more things will come to light about how I can kind of make branches and make it more interactive in a sense so that it's not so linear. But again, depending on how much time I have with this challenge and where I end up by the end of this week, it'll kind of determine what I am putting into it. So that's where I'm at now. I feel like I'm making good progress, and tonight I'm going to be doing a writing session through like a video chat, I'm assuming, with a friend tonight. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to getting some more words in. And last night I was doing a little bit more of the background sketching for this visual novel. I originally came up with something, it seemed too detailed, and now that I've included this visual clue kind of system, it will change the background to the story. I'm being vague. because I don't know how this is all going to end up, but I think if all goes well at the end of this challenge, if all is successful, I might do a video explaining my thought process with creating everything that you see, but again, I'm just trying to get it finished here. So yeah, I have to head off to work now. Finish packing up my lunch. It's the same thing. I was just baking some chicken strips and I made myself a side salad to go with it. But I need to ask for your opinion because I have been packing myself some cold tea to drink with my lunches, and I have been putting it in this glass bottle, and every time I've pulled it out of the fridge this week, one of my coworkers teases me saying that, oh, it's just Nicole and her bottle of olive oil. Does this look like a bottle of olive oil to you? Is it just the way it's packaged? I don't know. I just thought it was funny. And that is the update. So I will check in with you later this evening after I'm done with work. Hello, it is almost 10 o'clock now, so it's getting close to my bedtime, but I just finished off the writing session. It was super productive to be able to sit on the phone with my friend, and then we just set timers for doing little writing sprints, and it was super productive. I was struggling with kind of this big unraveling with my mystery because I've reached a point where my protagonist is like, well, if you don't tell the truth, we won't get to the bottom of this. And then the person they're talking to is like, no, I don't want to tell the truth. Like, it's easier to just hide it, and kind of like a little bit of back and forth. So I felt like I had written myself into a corner, but I just pushed through and continued to write. And now we are getting to the very exciting part of the story. There is a big reveal, but it's not the final reveal of the story. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I wrote just over 1,000 words. 1,059 is my final word count for this session. I'm feeling very good about it, and I'm excited to get this wrapped up. Yeah, like I said, there's still more mystery to reveal here, and then I get to write the end to this path, and then we'll see how I go. But feeling good, feeling like I'm going to get this written by the end of this week for sure. So at least I will have something to work with for the weeks going forward. But I'm gonna end it off here. I'm getting sleepy. I had a nice cup of decaf chai, and I'm gonna stop writing because if I kept writing, then I just wouldn't stop. But I'll get back to it tomorrow. Good night.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end, close a chapter dignified. Dang girl, you did begin, but will it ever be enough when I'm bent on trying to keep it?
It is Sunday now, and I am overdue for a little check-in with you. What you just witnessed was me trying to make some references for myself for some of the sprites I'm going to start working on. It's been a very long time since I've created art, especially doing it digitally and things like that. I'm very out of practice, but in order to make this a visual novel, I want to include visuals done by myself, even if they aren't the greatest. So planning ahead, making some references for myself for sprites I want to sketch out. And as for the update, after my lovely writing session on Wednesday evening, I was feeling so inspired, and then Thursday kind of got away from me. Didn't make any time to write. Not making any excuses, but definitely my neck and general pain were just really acting up, and I went to an RMT appointment to try to get a handle on that, and it helped, but I wasn't feeling the greatest, and Friday and yesterday I've just kind of been struggling with some pain. But I did manage to have a nice little writing session on Friday morning. I know I was saying that I was feeling super optimistic on Wednesday about finishing the script by the end of this week, and maybe it'll still happen if I end up writing today. Maybe it won't, but I am feeling on track with the progress I'm making. I know there's still so much I need to do, but I feel like I'm making good progress. So I'm feeling optimistic in that way, and I have a good idea of how to wrap up the script. Last time I checked, I believe I'm sitting at 5,000 words, and I imagine I probably have at least 2,000 more words left to write to kind of get this all wrapped up. So that is the plan. I'm going to continue working on it for this week. And yesterday I went and got an eye exam done, and they did the thing where they dilated my pupils. And I was just feeling all out of sorts, and my neck and back pain were just having a field day. So I tried to rest, but in the evening I still decided to get my iPad out and get some art done, because I needed to make more progress than just doing a couple of sketches here and there. So I'm going to show you what I ended up making last night, and if you don't have any nice words to say, please don't say them, because by the time you see this, it'll be too late for feedback. So yes, this is the final product of what I drew last night. This will be the primary background for my visual novel, and then like I said, I'm gonna have, draw my sprites, and there will be a text box and a whole bunch of other stuff. I think it turned out pretty well. I had imagined something a little bit more detailed, but as I was drawing and trying to figure things out, this is what I've settled on. Yeah, maybe I'll make some changes to it as time goes on, but I think it's good for now, at least for me, to just have assets I can work with going forward. And that being said, for the week ahead, instead of just focusing on the writing, I think I'm going to kind of try and mash everything together. I want to start on the coding aspect of it a little bit, kind of just learning the ropes of RenPy once again. I don't know if I've mentioned to you that that's what I'm planning on using, but that's what I'm planning on using. Kind of just figuring out a framework, seeing what I want the interface to look like, and hopefully that'll give me more of an idea of how I can work with the interactive parts of my script, which is something that I've hit a little bit of a roadblock on. I don't know if my original idea I had is going to work out, but I think this week will hopefully lead to a lot of breakthroughs with some problem solving I'm going to be doing and creating more art. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for coming along for this week of making progress on my visual novel for this challenge. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I am trying my best, and that is what counts. I'm gonna continue to vlog as time goes on. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this kind of daily style of vlogging or just try to give you a little bit of a recap at the end of things. I am very concerned that by the end of this, it's just going to reach crunch time and I'm just going to be scrambling to get everything done. But we'll see. Regardless, there will be more videos to come, more writing vlogs, things like that. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please leave me a like to let you know that you enjoyed watching it. And if you want to be extra kind and leave me a comment, feel free to leave me an emoji of your favorite beverage down below. But that's all from me. I will see you again very soon. Bye!